First chakra is your pelvic floor, second chakra is your lower abs, third chakra is your upper abs. That's it. Okay, we are going to continue time under tension, but we're specifically going after the tension that occurs up in the shoulders and the neck, because if we do not take that energy and pull it to our center, it will draw energy up, causing all sorts of crazy things like shoulder tightness, loss of motion in the shoulders, neck tightness, and even headaches. So we're gonna pull that energy down to our abs, down to our hips. And that's why opening up the shoulders is not always as easy as going straight to the shoulders. We have to open up the hips so the energy has somewhere to go, and then we go after the shoulders. And that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna start out with the calves because, as we've talked about before, the calves are responsible for upright posture. As your calves get tighter, what actually happens is a strange thing. Your butt starts to clench to counter your calves, your belly lets go, and your shoulders round. So in order to counter that, you have to relax your calves and engage your core. So we're gonna work on that first. So we're gonna start out with the ball under the ball of your left foot. We're gonna start out with the stretch. Abs are nice and tight. We're gonna turn this into a little bit of a dynamic stretch. As your foot's underneath, your ball's on top of the ball. The ball of your foot is on top. Say it for me.
The ball of your foot is on top of the ball.
That's what I meant to say. Abs are nice and tight. You're gonna suck in your tummy. We start time under tension, so your quads are on, your calves are on, your lats are on, and you're gonna suck in your tummy, keep your eyes, ears, nose, mouth, and heart to the horizon as you start out by crushing the ball. Crush it, crush it, crush it. And this is what makes it dynamic. And you're trying to move from your ankle and not just lean into it. It's dynamic because we're contracting the calf, then relaxing it. Contract, relax, contract, relax. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummy. And you're smiling up. Okay, we're gonna keep doing that because we want it really warm. We'll go up to 30. What number is that?
9.
Okay, stay here, abs are engaged. You're gonna hinge from your hips. You're just gonna go as far forward as you can, keep your spine straight, and then you're gonna come back up. Don't round your spine at all, keep your abs engaged. This is time under tension. Keep that jaw relaxed, keep your lats on. We're just opening everything up, warming everything up. And now go a little further back and then go for it. Like you're heading a soccer ball the full length of a field. Keep your abs engaged. Keep breathing. So tomorrow is Halloween. That means Christmas starts tomorrow.
Christmas is already started.
Yeah, that's true. Christmas started like a month ago. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummy. We're gonna stay here, balance. You're gonna step forward, step back, hips back. This is further lengthening that calf muscle. Keep your abs engaged. We're working muscles and not joints. So if you feel this in your low back, you feel this in your knee, you feel this in your ankle, that means you have to activate more muscles and pull it closer to your center. Especially your low back. You should feel nothing in your low back because your abs are so engaged. Keep the feet parallel. Yeah, Christmas decorations have been in the stores since like a month ago. Okay, abs are nice and tight. We're gonna switch sides. Don't lose your abs just because you're switching sides. If you go parallel once again, notice if one side's tighter than the other. If it is, it could create things like shoulder problems. So we're gonna really work on this. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummy. We're gonna start out by crushing the ball. Lift and lower. The ball of your foot, trying to pop the ball underneath your foot. Keep your abs engaged. Dynamic stretch your calf muscle. And you're breathing. Smiles are up. Keep those feet parallel. Keep your abs engaged. Suck in that tummy. Okay. Then we're gonna step forward, step back, hips back. At no point do your abs shut off. Keep those feet parallel as you go back and forth. Keep your abs engaged. no pressure in your low back. And you shouldn't feel like an old... Oh yes, David's reminding me we'll catch that next round. Thank you, David. We'll do that. Don't you worry. We're just doing it a little out of order because either way we'll get that muscle. Keep breathing. What number is that? Okay, how many are we doing? Okay, now we're gonna do the one we forgot. Abs are nice and tight, straight spine. We're gonna go forward and then back up again. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummy. Jaws relax. And now add a little bit more extension as you keep your abs engaged. At no point do your abs shut off. Straight spine, you're hinging from your hip. You're heading that soccer ball. Or you're being a bird feeder novelty gift. What number is that? Okay. Okay. We're going to move this ball aside momentarily. We're going to grab the block. Can't drag it across there. Yeah. Okay, block goes under the ball of your foot. We're just going to bend both knees. Your heel's going up. High heel. Abs are nice and tight. Suck in that tummy. And you're going to just lift lower your heel. We're trying to get the foot to hinge properly, so when we step over, we use our foot correctly. Abs are engaged. We're working that calf muscle once again. So now we're shortening it. But we're doing it to articulate the foot. 16, 17, 18, I meant to do that, 19, 20. Okay, flip your toes over. All right, here we go. We're stretching out the toes because we gotta get the tops of the feet as well. Now we're gonna squat and then lift up. This is crazy because we don't think of doing this to open up the shoulders. We think of this to open up pain in the feet or the ankles, but this very much affects upright posture. Make sure you're breathing. We'll just do 10 of these. What is it?
7, 8, 9, 10.
Good. We're gonna switch sides. We're gonna bend both knees. You're on the ball of your right foot. That's on the block. Your feet are parallel. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummy and you're gonna lift lower your foot. What's important is this knee goes straight forward, straight back, and your knee stays over top of your foot. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummy. Your butt's sticking out. Suck that tummy in. Keep breathing.
16, 17, 18, 19, and 20.
Okay, let's flip over those toes as we squat. Suck in your tummy. Feel what it feels like to create toe, what is this, flexion. Suck in that tummy. What number is that?
9, 10.
Okay, we're gonna switch sides once again. We're gonna put the block underneath the ball of your left foot. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummies. Suck it in even more. And now pump your hips forward. Jaws relaxed. Again, we're doing this to get upright posture. And that takes a lot of the tension that you feel in your shoulders and pulls it into your core. Keep your abs engaged, no pressure in your low back or your knee or your ankle. Okay.
18, 19, 20.
Okay, we're crossing your right ankle over your left knee. You're sucking in that tummy. You're sticking out your booty. We're bending the knee now. So we're going after a muscle specifically called the soleus. Stick your butt out, suck your tummy in, hold that balance. Smiles are up. Maybe easier to have your roller off to the right. Lower down, good job. Abs are nice and tight. Lower down even further, keep your chest up, suck in your tummy. There you go. Just a little bit longer. Now you're gonna wiggle your hips from side to side. Keep your abs engaged. You're really pulling through what are called your obliques. Suck in that tummy.
9, 10.
Okay, forward fold. Straighten your leg out. You should not feel this in a single joint, especially your knee, because you're contracting all the supportive muscles. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take your arm up above your head. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummy even more. And then your hips are going to go side to side. Well, what started out as a very cool morning has become muggy and hot. Suck in that tummy. Okay, let us switch sides.
Is the door open?
Yep, I opened it.
Oh.
Okay. Hey. We're stretching out our right calf right now. Feet are parallel, abs are nice and tight, you're sucking in your tummy. We're gonna just pump our hips forward, just open it up a little bit more. This is mainly getting your gastrocnemius. Your gastrocnemius is the longer of the calf muscles. It crosses 2 joints. You're sucking in your tummy, your smiles are up. So we have 2 sets of calf muscles. We have the gastroc, which is the more superficial one, and we have the deep one, the soleus. Okay, let's see, which side would be easier to be on? I think it would be easier off to the left. You're gonna cross your left ankle over your right knee. We're gonna go into a squat position, your knees over the top of your foot, your butt sticking out, abs are engaged. Suck in that tummy. Now we're stretching out a muscle called the soleus. The soleus is a deep calf muscle, but it has an interesting feature. It causes blood return back to the heart and the abdomen from the lower extremities. Suck in that tummy. A little deeper, a little more chest up, abs way more engaged, smiles are up. Just feel this stretch. Make sure you feel it in muscles and not in joints. It can be quite tight in the muscles, that's fine, as long as it's not in the joint. Okay, straighten your leg out. You're gonna do a forward fold. Suck in that tummy. 3, 4, nobody saw that. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then come on up. Suck in your tummy. Oh, you know what? We forgot to wiggle our butt on the bottom, but that's okay. We're gonna wiggle it on the top. Abs are nice and tight. It's a forgetful day. It's okay. Suck in our tummies.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna go back into that squatted position with your knee bent. Because we do want you to wiggle your butt equally on both sides. Suck in that tummy. Eyes up, smiles up. What number?
7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, good. Go ahead and stand on the ground. See what stance feels like as we start now with feet parallel. Hips width apart. Here's your ASIS. Here's your pubic symphysis. Midway in between is hips width apart. Push down big toe and the corresponding metatarsal head, outer 4 toes and the corresponding metatarsal head, but especially that pinky toe. Finally, your heel. 1/3 the weight through the balls of your feet, 1/3 the weight through your toes, and finally 1/3 the weight through your heel. That means 66% of the weight is forward. So you should feel like you're on your toes right now. Suck in your tummy, abs engaged. We're gonna do the Academy Award thing. We're gonna lift up really tall. We're gonna fire up our lats. Engage your abs. Hip circles first. Your head should not move because you're moving from your abs. Your knees stay locked out. You're keeping your quads on because this is time under tension. You're pulling through your abs. You're sucking in your tummy. These are a great way to do standing sit-ups. If you do them correctly, your abs stay engaged, your lats stay on.
15.
Opposite direction. Try not to move your head all over the place. Okay, hands go over the top of your heads as you do rotations above your head. Maria specifically said no, nothing above the head, but we're gonna do something above the head. God. Suck in that tummy, nothing's hanging out. Oh. Make sure you're bending and moving. So now the head's going off midline. That means your core has to be on.
Opposite direction.
And it means you have to really engage that pelvic floor so you don't fall over. Okay, arms down. So we should feel pretty well stretched out. We're gonna get the other half, we're gonna get our quads to open up. You're gonna go on your knee. We're gonna balance on your left knee. Your right foot is forward. Your abs are still engaged. This is always about ab stabilization, time under tension. You're gonna make sure that head stays over the top of your foot. The reason that's important is this is what it's all about. It's about balance. So time under tension, keeping your core on keeps your head over the top of the block. You turn off your abs and you start doing this. We don't want this. We want the head over the top of the foot. And I know officially Christmas started like last month, and we think of the Charlie Brown peanut characters moving their head around, but we don't want any peanut dancing. Push your hips forward, abs are nice and tight, hips go side to side. Suck in that tummy. No peanut dancing. Suck in that tummy. This is opening up the rectus femoris. This is why we're going through this step. We're gonna now take your right hand, grab your left foot back behind you. Oh, suck in that tummy. Don't let your belly hang out. No pressure in your low back or your knee. This is all about big muscles like your quad and your abdominal muscles and your butt muscles. We're stretching forward. We're gonna pull that heel to your butt. Heel to your butt. Abs are nice and tight. And really think about how often you do this during the day. You probably don't. Abs are nice and tight. Suck in that tummy as you rotate further to the right as you pull your heel to your butt. Suck in your tummy. Okay, hold that stretch forward. We're just gonna hang out here for a second. Get a deep stretch on that rectus femoris. Suck in that tummy. Smiles are up. We're breathing. And we're releasing. Okay? Now you're gonna curl your toes under. We're just gonna sit back in our thinker pose. So you're gonna just get in this position. You're gonna now take your, what is this? Left elbow to your right knee as we do sit-ups here. So you're sucking in your tummy, pulling everything together. Because once again, we gotta get energy through that midsection. And if you cannot rotate, you cannot get energy through there. One more.
10.
Okay, chest is up. We're going bowling now. You're gonna take that arm as back far behind you as you can with a straight chest, and then bring it forward. The other hand comes forward, so we're like doing a really generous walk. Like I'm taking a step into the world. You're gonna suck in your tummy. At no point does your belly hang out. So if you feel excessive pressure in your metatarsal heads, those are knuckles of your toes, push that heel back. If you feel that, suck in your tummy, chest up. Now we're gonna do sit-ups. You're gonna take your Left elbow to your right knee as you suck in your tummy, and then back up again. Suck in your tummy. Nice and slow, time under tension. Suck that tummy in, wringing out those internal organs. And again, this should cause your core temperature to slightly spike. I can speak. Suck in your tummy. Good. Let's get to our smallest, tightest position as we now more do the opening scene to what is that movie? Terminator. Suck in your tummy. No tummies are hanging out right now. Okay, then we're gonna open back up again, and we're gonna arch in the opposite direction. Arch, arch, arch. Really lean those arms back. And good. We're gonna switch sides. Just notice how your at least knee feels less scared now that you've done that. Okay, abs are engaged, suck in your tummy, jaws are relaxed. We're gonna go side to side. Keep your core on. Your core is what keeps your head still. Your head should be right over the top of the block. According to Eastern medicine, we're hitting fall, or we're in fall, and that's the time of lungs and large intestine. That's why your skin gets a little bit dry. It's a drying period. So what was very fluid in your tissues is now a little dry. This pumping motion. 10, okay.
20.
20. We're gonna push forward. Abs are nice and tight. This pumping motion gets fluids moving again. Abs are nice and tight. We're stretching out rectus femoris now, along with, what is that? Your tensor fasciae lata and your adductors. Keep your abs engaged. Okay, take your left hand, grab a hold of your right foot, pull it in towards your butt, and just go side to side. Keep that tummy sucked in. If your foot's cramping, that means you're using your foot and your hamstring instead of stretching your quad. That or you put your foot in something weird and you have to shake it out. Abs are nice and tight, suck in that tummy. Okay, let's pull your heel to your butt as you lean forward a little deeper, twist to your left. Abs are nice and tight, suck in that tummy. Then suck it in even more. Jaws relaxed. And good. Go ahead, release that foot, curl your toes under as you take your straight left leg across midline slightly. And you're gonna lean forward for a stretch. You're gonna feel stretch in your hamstring and your calf, point your toe to your nose, tighten your abs to take the tension out of your hamstring and your calves. It will get easier. Suck in your tummy. And good. Curl your toes under. We're going to go back into our thinker pose. Okay, we're gonna come back forward. You're gonna take this heel up into the air. It's gonna cross midline. We're gonna stretch our hamstring. Toes are up. Actually, try to point your toes to your nose. That'll increase the tension load into this calf muscle. You may even feel pressure behind your knee. It's not pressure behind your knee. It's actually your tight calf, referring pain to your knee. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummy. Smiles are up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, you're gonna cross your ankle over the top of your knee. And you're gonna sit back again into thinker pose. Now you're thinker with your legs cross posed. This takes a little bit of balance. The abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummy. Chest is up. Suck in that tummy. Keep that pelvic floor on.
10.
Okay. We're gonna switch sides. Okay, we're doing the opposite side. I'm gonna move over a tiny bit here. Abs are nice and tight. Keep the core on. Hips are gonna go side to side. Head's gonna stay over top of the block. No peanut dancing. Suck in your tummy. Really, this is all about creating core stabilization so we can get what's called the righting reflex, where your head stays level and still. You start losing that and you start falling over in the craziest positions. And that's why small children, when they pick things up, tend to fall in the direction that they pick the thing up, along with elderly or the extremely deconditioned.
Right.
Okay, push those.
Count.
Push those hips forward, abs are nice and tight, suck in your tummy. It's just one of those days. Smiles are up. Try to keep your head still. As your hips go side to side. What number are we on?
10.
Okay, reach back with your left hand, grab a hold of that right ankle. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummy. You're just getting a deep stretch. You're just pulling that heel to your butt. And we're going to deepen the rotation as we go to left. Suck in your tummy. At no point does your abs shut off. You don't want to feel any pressure in your knee or your back. If you do, it means tighten up your quad and your abs. I forgot what we did. Okay, heel comes down. We're going to cross our leg across midline.
No, we did the figure 4 on the
Oh,
block.
that's right. We did the figure 4 on the block. Did we? Okay. We're gonna do that then. Maria says so. I can't remember. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking your tummy. Your chest is up. If you feel excessive pressure in the metatarsal heads, just literally push your heel back. Oh, we did do the thinkers first, didn't we? Oh well, we'll get it all. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummy. You're breathing. Okay. You're going to take that leg out in front of you. As we know, cross midline. You're going to reach towards your toes. Toes aim towards your nose, and you're stretching. Once again, if you feel pressure specifically behind the back of your knee, it means you need to tighten some muscles up because that's referred pain from your calf overstretching without support. Suck in your tummy, try to keep your spine straight. Or 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to push back into thinker. I'm going to move this over to this side. You're stretching out your metatarsal heads. So once again, excessive pain, that means just push your heel back. Abs are nice and tight. We're going to do some sit-ups here. You're going to bring your right elbow to your left knee as you suck in your tummy. Keep breathing. At no point does your belly stick out. What number are we on?
8, 9, 10.
Okay, so keep your chest up nice and tall as we go bowling. You're taking that arm back behind you as you simultaneously take your right hand out in front of you. It's just a really generous walk. It's like I'm walking and reaching. Abs are engaged. Stay upright. Suck in that tummy.
It's me hitting the wall.
Yep.
10.
Okay, what did we do next? Cannot remember. I think we got it all.
Yeah.
David just doesn't know what to think. Okay. Now, you can finally get to the shoulders, which was the whole point of this class. You're going to put your block down. You're going to put your ball on top of your block. Because to open up the shoulders, we like getting the pelvic floor, because one of the things that we lose is that connection to the pelvic floor. So we're going to sit on top of this ball that's on top of the block by kneeling on it. The ball goes midway between your pubic bone and your tailbone, and we're just going to sit. Pops off all the time. Chest is up, abs are nice and tight, head's over the top of the ball. Most important, get that head over the top of the ball. We're creating a nice line through our center. Okay, tighten your abs and then release. Tighten your abs. First, tighten up the pelvic floor. Oh, forgot to take the straps out.
I have one here.
Oh, you do?
Here, I'll go grab the.
No, there's one right here.
No. You have one?
Well, sort of. There's something that could have worked. Abs are nice and tight. You're squeezing up that pelvic floor. Squeeze it tight. Keep those abs engaged. Feel what it feels like to engage the pelvic floor. This is probably the most important thing in this class because every movement comes down to the pelvic floor. Maria's become ADD since she's hurt her toenail.
What?
Okay, you're gonna take your strap now, you're gonna put it up over the top of your neck. You're gonna pull the strap down. It's like you're holding an athletic towel, like you always see in the movies. And then you're gonna pull it forward. That's gonna cause a curve in your neck. We love that. This is called your cervical lordosis. Okay? And then you just move your head and neck around. You'll also notice an interesting phenomenon. It will open up the ear canals. So your ears will start popping and you can even get some drainage from your ears and your sinuses as it opens up. It opens up even these eustachian tubes. Keep your jaw relaxed. Okay, we're going to advance it a step. As we start doing what we call milking the cow, you're going to pull your strap as your head turns to right. You're going to pull the right strap as you turn your head to left. This is just increasing cervical motion. You can also get thoracic motion, that's fine too. But keep your abs engaged. Move your head and neck around. It just feels good. It's okay if your neck is cracking and popping because you're articulating motion in the cervical spine that you may have gotten out from holding a repetitive motion, say using your cell phone. But I'll have you know I scored high score last night. Keeping my head in one position on my iPhone.
These are games he's referring to. Useless.
No, quite necessary. I saved the universe. You are all alive because of me. Okay, now you're gonna take that strap, you're gonna take it up. Same thing, you're gonna melt the cow and move your head and neck around. It really goes to show you how much we don't use our neck in the fullest range of motion. When was the last time you tipped your head back and said no? Can't say that was often. But if you really want to say no to someone, tip your head back and say no.
My kids do.
Yeah. No. Keep your abs engaged, suck in your tummy. Gosh, lengthen my strap a little bit. Okay, now you're gonna lower the left side of the strap. You're going to continue to do your neck movements. So this is an asymmetrical load. We're still milking the cow.
Stop calling me a cow.
Jaws relaxed. And we're gonna switch. This is opening up a huge amount of cervical motion and awareness of how much you don't rotate in one direction, but rotate easily in the other direction. Good. Now we're going to hold the strap straight forward as you just continue to do the same thing. Jaws relaxed. Now you're going to feel something interesting, the connection between the jaw and the neck, because the jaw is part of the neck, it's not part of the head, even though it's attached to the head. Okay, then we're just going to take that strap off. Move your head and neck around, see if it feels different, see if you have more freedom, and it's relaxed the tension load in your neck and made it easier to bring it to your core. Notice if it's easier to breathe as you now put the strap in your left hand and your elbow goes over top of your head. So your right hand is going to face forward as you grab a hold of the strap. So I'm palms forward and I'm going to pull down, hoisting that elbow over the top of my head. This is going to open up your tricep and your lat as we start doing motion with the torso. Keep your abs engaged, suck in that tummy. Keep breathing. Nothing in the human body has a single function. Nothing. So this motion, this crazy motion, is opening up, let's see, this would be your stomach and your spleen, your lung, and your
Opposite direction?
yeah, opposite direction. Crazy things like your thyroid, the lymphatics to your lung. Okay, good. You're going to take the strap. Now your right hand goes knuckles forward. Now you're going to pull the strap up, up, up over the top of your shoulder. And we're going to move the head and neck around. Keep your abs engaged no matter what you feel in your shoulders. So very important. No matter what happens, don't open the door. It's that situation. Breathe. And now you're going to take this strap, put it over your right shoulder, even if it means messing up your hair.
Avoiding the ponytail.
Yeah. Same thing, you're just moving your head and neck around. Suck in that tummy, don't let your abs shut off. Keep your pelvic floor on. Okay, and you're gonna go ahead and release. Shake out that arm, let the blood come back into it. As you now take the strap into your right hand. You're gonna grab the other half of the strap with your left hand, when your left hand's pointed forward. Abs are nice and tight. You're going to hoist that elbow up over the top of your head as you start moving your torso around, stretching out your tricep and your latissimus dorsi on the right side of your body. This will open up your liver, your right lung, lymphatics to your lungs and your heart, and pretty much your body. Oh. Keep that tummy sucked in, don't let it shut off. Keep your pelvic floor on, keep your abs engaged. Okay. Go ahead, switch the grip of your hand so your left hand, the knuckles are now forward. As you pull that arm up the backside of your body. And you're gonna move your head and neck around. Keep breathing. Suck in that tummy, abs are nice and tight. Keep breathing, keep that pelvic floor on, keep your smiles up. And you really see how the jaw is part of the neck. Okay, take the strap, put it over your left shoulder. Just continue to move around. Keep your abs engaged. Suck in that tummy. And good. Go ahead and release your arm. Just shake it out. Shake it out. Shake it out. Shake it out. You're going to take your strap, tighten it up back behind you, pop your chest open. Try to get your grip as narrow as you can. That'll help you open up your chest as you just move yourself side to side. This is what you do if you're really proud of something you did. Yeah, I made that. Suck in that tummy. Eyes up, chest up, heart up. Okay, good. Oh, we're gonna take this over the top of our head. We're gonna stretch this side to side. Keep your chest up. Yeah, you know what stretch I'm avoiding. Okay, and then Michael's least favorite, you're gonna take this back behind you and then back forward. If you can, keep your arms straight. Let me see, I have to lengthen this a little bit.
In the front is easier. Oh my.
It can be quite tight. Then you can add one side leading, so you can take the right side back. Around the world, all the different configurations, just move it around. You're trying to open up your shoulders. And really, how often during the day do you do this? You don't. Because you look weird. Or you're just really happy to see people all the time. Hi! Or you're in cheerleading camp. Okay, good. You're gonna drop this strap for a moment. Chest is up, abs are nice and tight. We're gonna stretch out the arms. We're gonna start out with the right hand, palms up. You're gonna take your left hand, reach with your fingers, grab a hold of the thumb or the thenar eminence, and you're gonna turn it out. And we're just gonna pump it towards us and away. Abs are nice and tight. Don't turn off your abs just because you feel stretch in your hands or your wrists and your arms. Abs are engaged. All right, let's do the opposite side. Palms up. Take your 4 fingers of your right hand, grab that thenar eminence, and you're gonna pull it and take it away. Keep your abs engaged, suck in that tummy. This is why Aikido works. Most people, when they feel stress in their hand, let go of their abs, and once they let go of their abs, they're easy to throw. Suck in your tummy. And good. Now, you're going to take that right hand, we're going to rotate it, go thumbs down. You're going to take the thumb of your left hand, grab, it's called the hypothenar side of your hand, your pinky side, and now we're going to bring it to our nose and then back away. Abs are nice and tight. These are all sorts of Aikido locks. But it's because the body doesn't like going into these positions, and that's why we have to stretch them out, because there's the most amount of therapy in there. Okay, left hand, thumbs down. You're gonna take the thumb of your right hand, grab a hold of that hypothenar eminence. So Annie, go put, there you go, now grab with your thumb. And then you're gonna pull towards you. Suck in your tummy. Jaws relaxed. We don't realize a lot of what we think is shoulder problems is actually elbow problems. And a lot of things we think are elbow problems can be wrist problems or shoulder problems. It's called above and below. What number?
That's 11.
Okay, shake it out. You're gonna take your hand. It's gonna go palms up. You're gonna take your fingers and you're gonna crank down. And all you're gonna do is just kind of pull everything closer to your body. This way. Abs are nice and tight. Keep your shoulders down. Don't let the work go into your shoulders. There you go. Suck in that tummy. Okay, switch sides. So once again, we're working what's called above and below. So when you have a problem in your elbow joint, you have to look above and below. You have to look in the wrist and the shoulder. If you have a problem with your shoulder joint, you have to look at the neck and the elbow, or even the spine. Suck in that tummy. What number are we in?
9, 10.
Good. This one, there are two options. You can aim down or aim towards you. You're going to reinforce with the opposite side. Either way works. They're great stretches either way. You're just going to bend and straighten your arms.
Really try to squeeze your shoulder blades down and back.
Keep your abs engaged.
10.
And then switch sides. Wonk, wonk. Jaws relax, abs are nice and tight. Suck in that tummy. You should feel your pelvic floor. And this ball shouldn't feel like it's making its way to your mouth. Okay, good. We're gonna do 9, 10. Okay. Now we're gonna do the piano player stretch. You're gonna interlock your fingers and go this way. Draw those shoulder blades down and back as you take your hands up over the top of your head and then back down. Suck in that tummy. There should be no crunching and grinding of your shoulders because you're stabilizing with muscles and not moving just joints. One more.
7.
Okay, 2. I've got 3 more.
8. 9.
Abs on.
10.
Did you guys ever see a movie called Strictly Ballroom? Where they're dancing the Paso Doble? Abs are nice and tight. You're going to interlock your fingers now behind your back. Chest goes up. I want you to pop that chest up. We're going to move the neck around. This is going to stretch out something called your platysma. Your platysma is actually a facial muscle. But what we can actually accidentally do is turn that facial muscle into an ancillary breathing muscle. And man, that is attractive looking when you do that. You do this. It's the Darth Vader gasp. So we want to stretch that out so we don't accidentally use the facial muscles to breathe. Because if you do something 30,000 times a day, the muscles will get ripped. And you don't want your facial muscles to get ripped. It makes you look old. Abs are nice and tight. The only place in your body you kind of want to be a little bit fatty is in your face. I just got...
Oh, you got up spot?
Yeah, got it. Okay, we're going to come off the ball. And we're going to do a forward fold. We're doing sit-ups. Like Mario again. Looking like we were before. We're a little weird on the video. Okay, you're gonna suck in your tummy and release. There's gonna be a lot of editing today. Abs are nice and tight. squeeze up that pelvic floor.
8, 9, 10.
Okay, we are not coming completely up. We're going to go back to the ground. Alright. Oh. We did not do this yet. We haven't stretched open the butt, and that's important. So we're going to take a little cross ball, and we're going to first put that under your left butt. You're going to cross your left ankle over your right knee, and you're going to roll out your boot. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummy. I hate to tell you, David, reverse your legs.
Switch your legs, David. Wait, he can't hear us?
Can you hear us, David? Switch your legs.
The other leg.
Other leg on top.
There we go. It hurts more.
Well, you could hear us. Roll it out. Oh, yeah. Get that soreness out of there. You're not going to die from this even though you think you're going to die. And the pain you're experiencing has nothing to do with this ball. It has to do with how hard you clutch your butt during the week. Abs are nice and tight. Keep breathing. This is for your shoulders. In Eastern medicine, this is gallbladder 30. It's a big, significant acupuncture point. But one of the weird things it does is it opens up your shoulders. Okay, so let's switch sides. Now, ball goes underneath your right butt cheek as your right ankle crosses over your right knee. Or left knee. Left knee. And we're rolling out this side. Go ahead, cross that leg over, David. Don't you hesitate. So this blinding, searing pain you feel in your butt has nothing to do with this ball. It has to do with clenching you do to get by in life.
Life, children, family, work.
Obesity. Roll it out. Keep your abs engaged. Alrighty. You're going to take your legs out in front of you. We're going to do a quick forward roll. Just check out everything that's going on. It should be a whole lot easier to grab those toes. Make sure you're breathing. To begin. We're going to take this ball and we're going to put it behind your left shoulder blade. Once it's underneath your shoulder blade, you're going to roll it over a muscle called the infraspinatus. The infraspinatus is an interesting muscle. It is responsible for external rotation of the shoulder. But it's the only muscle that deaccelerates the shoulder. So that's why we have to keep it healthy and strong. All the other muscles pull you to center. This one pulls you back out. You can also run the borders of the shoulders. The shoulder blade is triangular, so you only have a medial side, a lateral side, and a superior side. You can run it any of those four. If you want to make it more intense, you can lift your head up like Maria, or you can put your head on a block. Like me, you're going to keep your head down, but you get all the sore spots out. Don't avoid the sorest spot, that's the one you want to go after. Jaws relaxed. Your shoulder around. Remember, crouching and grinding is because some muscles are turning off. If your shoulder feels vulnerable, that means muscles are turning off. It's time to turn things back on, especially your abs. Keep breathing. Okay, when you feel ready, you can switch sides. That ball will go underneath your right shoulder blade now. Just move it around, see what it feels like. You're gonna get that infrasminius first, and then you can run the borders. This is fun, so you can get a really good ole! Abs are nice and tight, sucking that tummy, jaws relaxed. Get anything that feels sore out of there because it shouldn't be there. You can run the borders under your scapula. Find the sore spot, sit on it a little bit harder. Oh my goodness. Notice if one side's sore than the other. We call that one side sore than the other syndrome. Keep your abs engaged, your jaw relaxed. There should be no crunching or grinding of your shoulders because you're stabilizing the shoulder joint. This is the most mobile joint in the body, so we have to learn how to stabilize it to protect it. Ooh-wee! Do whatever it takes to loosen it up. Okay. Let's come into kneeling. You're gonna notice something coming up in the kneeling. I might turn up.
Kneeling, that's when the spine is flat on the mat, right?
So we're in this position now. We're checking out to see how things feel, and what you should almost immediately feel is your neck feels looser. You should almost feel like there's blood circulation going into neck, and some of the things you may have experienced is actually head, neck, and forehead pain. As you're doing that, that's muscle referral. We're gonna roll out the belly because the belly is a big piece of this now. So we have to know a few landmarks. As the rib cage comes together, there's a little thing called the xiphoid process. You're gonna stay off of the xiphoid process. You're gonna be super duper careful of the floating ribs all along the edge of your rib cage and even back behind you. Okay. And here we go. We're gonna go onto our abdomen in a push-up position, or you can drop your knees down, or you can even go under your elbows, but your goal is to move that ball around. We're going clockwise, counterclockwise, top to bottom, side to side. It doesn't matter because we're in dynamic motion and your abs are stabilizing. Just careful of the landmarks we talked about. Oh. Remembering sharp pain is gas, dull achy pain is fecal material, deep boring pain is blood stagnation or adhesion. You are breaking all of this up. You can see what it's like to have your butt higher than your head or your head higher than your butt. Roll everything out, careful of your xiphoid process and your floating ribs, but get it out. There should be no pain. So pain, like your butt, like the bottom of your foot when we roll the ball, has nothing to do with the ball. It has to do with what you do with your innards all week long. Since you guys are all by yourself, if you have to rip gas, go right ahead. But there should be no pain. Once again, nothing in the human body has a single function. So as we're rolling this, I want you to visualize you're rolling the lymphatics through your large intestines, small intestines, your liver, stomach, spleen, pancreas, gallbladder, kidneys, adrenal glands, reproductive organs. You're increasing blood flow. Lymphatics, axoplasmic flow. You're assisting peristalsis. Jaws relaxed. Jaws relaxed. We're almost done. anything that feels unusual. There should be no pain in the abdomen. Notice how it can affect things like shoulder pain just by rolling out your abdomen. That's called viscerosomatic referral. Viscera meaning organs, somatic meaning body, referral. So the organs can refer to different parts of your body, creating pains that aren't necessarily there. And that's why we say the light switch isn't always where the light is. Okay, we're going to come back into kneeling. You're going to breathe for a little bit. Just notice how much easier to get a diaphragmatic breath, a really deep belly breath. Okay, we're going to roll above the diaphragm now. We're going to roll out the pecs, armpits, and even throat. It's going to be hard for us because we have microphones, but we're going to do this in a push-up position with no pressure on the ball, a little bit of pressure, or you can drop a lot of pressure. Or if you want, you can go completely on your belly, but your goal is to roll out your breast tissue, your lung field, your heart, your thyroid, your thymus. You can move things around, just get it opened up. You want to do it to comfort. You don't want to hurt anything. Jaws relaxed. Depending on where females are in their cycles, sometimes this is tender, sometimes it's not. Jaws relaxed. You can move your head and neck around or your shoulders around to open up. The same thing we opened up on the back side, now on the front side. Because remember, this is just the front side of the back, and when we're rolling our back, that's just the back side of the front. Because we're a whole. You can switch sides at any point. Jaws relaxed. Woo-hoo-hoo, this tender. Especially during cold and flu season, and now that we have a new COVID season, we want to keep the lymphatics open, especially to the lungs. This is how you do it. This is lymphatic drainage to your lungs, your heart, your thyroid, your thymus, your throat. Keep your abs engaged. And let's come back into kneeling. Once again, notice what kneeling feels like. It should be a whole lot easier. Breast should be a whole lot easier too. Shoulders should feel much more open. Your neck should feel like you can move it. And this is how little we take care of the shoulders. We don't do most of these motions during the day. And we gotta get these motions in there. So, all we're gonna do is a very slow motion, yes, no, yes. Just first say yes. Keep your abs engaged. Don't let your abs shut off. Now you're gonna add more of your body in that yes and no. Yes. Yes, open, and then you're gonna yes, close your body. Keep sucking in your tummy. Okay, good. Stay upright as you do a no to a side to a side. You can rotate your torso with that twist. Keep your abs engaged. Smiles are up. Now we're going to do the most important one. We're going to go side to side, the maybe. Maybe.
Not too fast.
Yeah. Notice how many politicians recently are doing the maybe. I think we should definitely indirectly, but not positively, but certainly, maybe. It's a side-to-side motion. It's a huge piece of body language. Okay, sit up nice and tall as we finish out here. Suck in your tummy. We're gonna do sit-ups. Suck it in, suck it in, suck it in, suck it in, suck it in. Then suck it in even more, and then release it, suck it in. We're gonna do sit-ups without moving your spine. Your spine doesn't move. It's all about sucking in your belly. And you can add the exhale. It's like you suddenly turned 200 years old and you gotta blow out all the candles on your birthday cake. When I was a kid, I thought he was the oldest man in the world. Colonel Sanders turned 101. And he did the smartest thing I ever saw. He blew out his birthday candles with a blow dryer. But you're gonna blow it out using your abs. Okay. Now, you're gonna take your roller. It's gonna go underneath your bootay. You're gonna lay down on your roller, butt at one end, head at the other end. We have done a lot. We're gonna do one more stretch. We haven't done this in a long time. So that also means there might be a little trouble. But first get your feet parallel, knees bent, knees over, tops over your feet. Squeeze those shoulder blades down and back, abs are nice and tight. Just get your balance in center. And breathe. First chakra's on, third chakra's closed up. You're breathing in and out through second chakra. Okay, now what you're gonna do is grab a hold of your right ankle. You're gonna pull your toes under. Okay, so it should be like this. Abs are nice and tight. Suck in your tummy. We're stretching out that rectus femoris even deeper. Then once you get your balance, you're gonna take both hands over the top of your head as we stretch. Yeah. You guys are doing awesome. Squeeze those shoulder blades down and back. Tighten your abs. Don't let your back arch. You shouldn't feel this in your low back at all. Try to keep your knees closer together. Don't let them drift apart. You want your knees to be strangers. Just a little bit longer. Keep your abs engaged. Watch that back arching by tightening your abs. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just lean over to your left, and that'll allow you to get your right leg out. Lean over to your right, grab a hold of your left leg, pull it back behind you. If your foot's cramping or your hamstring's cramping, that means you're using your foot and your hamstring to do a rectus femoris stretch. Abs are nice and tight, you're sucking in your tummy. And then take your hands over the top of your head again. Suck in that tummy. Keep breathing. You guys look awesome. First chakra on, pelvic floor. Third chakra, upper abs on. Second chakra, your lower abs are doing the breathing and stabilizing for your low back. Keep breathing. Keep those abs engaged. Don't let that back arch. Keep those abs engaged. As you now lean over to your right to bring your foot forward, you're going to interlock your fingers, put them on your tummy as we just breathe. Inhale in. And exhale out. Just continue. You guys stay on top of your rollers. I'm just going to sit up to bring you home. Keep breathing. This is one of the most interesting times in history. We have a pandemic. We know so little about it. We have a lot of internal struggle going on as we're having to confront certain things as what we think is our norm is shifting. It is easy to come out of our center. It's easy to get involved in drama, trying to figure out what's going on, what's important to know. Are we safe? Feel what it feels like to center. And instead of guessing if you're safe, know if you're safe. Feel what it feels like to breathe. Feel what it feels like to connect into something higher and bigger than you are. Feel what it feels like to be in meditation. We've opened up the shoulders, which opens up indirectly your lungs. As I've said before, this is fall. This is the time of the lung and large intestine. It's a drying time, so we have to move a lot more during this time to yield the same results we got during the summer. But the lungs and the large intestine are also the organs of grief. So this is a great time to let go of things that make us sad. And because it's part of the lung and large intestine, this is a time to release. And that's why in many cultures, fall is actually the New Year's, not winter. So feel what it feels like to come into your center. Feel what it feels like to breathe until you're assisting peristalsis in your intestines. Feel what it feels like to expand into something bigger than you are. And not the drama of a pandemic, but really knowing who you are in connection to something higher. We spend so much of the day diminishing and being invisible by holding our breath. Be expansive with that breath. Inhale in all the goodness. Exhale anything that's toxic. You will ultimately be the reason you stay healthy. So on behalf of Maria and me, thank you for being here, sharing your energy, and being present. And namaste.
Namaste.